Hey, Captain Chris Meyer, Central Florida Sight Fishing Charters, and I'm going to show you today how I cast up underneath mangrove trees. If I'm fishing mangrove trees, a lot of times it's for species like snook or tarpon, and I'm going to have at least a 40-pound leader on there, but I want to keep my leader nice and short so I don't have to reel it up inside my guides because we're going to be working with a very short amount of line. Now, if you've fished mangrove trees before, you know sooner or later you're going to get caught in the tree. The idea is if you're getting caught in a tree, it's going to be on these lower branches and never ever up on top of the tree. Not only is it almost impossible to get out up there, but there's no reason that we should be casting up that way because we're trying to get up underneath the trees. And if we're casting in an overhand manner like this, it's extremely difficult, especially on a consistent basis, to get your lure up underneath the tree. This is great for throwing super far, not great for throwing up underneath things. So what I'm going to do is work with a short amount of line. I'm going to cast even below sidearm. It's almost underhand, and I'm going to throw the lure parallel to the water just like you were skipping a rock. The objective is to get this thing to skip across the surface and go right back up in there where we're aiming. And not only will the skipping attract the fish, it helps it get up underneath. So I can cast right up in between those tree branches. Again, I have my rod tip nice and low. It skips all the way up in there. Usually I let it sink once, give it a couple twitches. I'm fishing with my favorite skipping bait, the DOA shrimp. It skips really good. All saltwater fish will eat that thing. Skip it up in there, let it sit, pop it a couple times. Once I get it a few feet away from the bank, if I didn't get a bite, I'm coming back in quickly because most of the bites come right away. That's why as soon as that thing hits, I want to have that bail closed. And I'm always have my finger right here. If I'm holding the reel correctly, check out my video on how to hold the reel. I always have a brake. When I see it's going to go up into the tree where I don't want it to, if I put the brake on, it stops it from landing there. If I put the brake on, I don't have to go up in there, blow all the fish out, retrieving my lure, or break it off. This off either side, it works as well backhand. If you have to cast backhand, but it's certainly a little more effective forehanded. Skips right up under there, all the way into the shore. A lot of those fish in the shad, the bushes, it'll skip right up all the way into the shore without getting tangled 99% of the time. Learn to cast low below sidearm when you're fishing around mangroves. You'll be catching a lot more fish.